You ever notice how the people who talk the most about sustainability are the first ones to bulldoze a forest if there's a buck in it? Yeah, I didn't either until the day a crypto-funded land scam tried to erase my grandfather's cabin off the face of the mountain just so some developer could sell digital deeds to a spa that didn't even exist. No, really, this happened. And let me tell you, if you ever need to find out who your real friends are, just wait till some guy in a Patagonia vest offers you almost $500,000 to keep the view for his wife. That's where my story starts, right on the edge between old pine and new money with me and one stubborn cabin holding the line. The first time I rolled up that gravel drive after all those years away, the air hit me like a punch. It was cleaner than anything I'd breathed in the city, sharp cold, that sting of pine sap in your nose. I swear the place looked exactly how I remembered, hand-hewn logs gray with weather, that old tin roof hanging on through more blizzards than most marriages. Granddad Ernest had lived out here 4 decades studying mountain soil and writing articles nobody in the family even pretended to understand. When he left me this place, it felt more like a test than a gift, like he wanted to see if I'd hold the line or sell out. First couple days I kept busy. Fixed the foundation, cleared out brush, got the old generator running. Pretty soon it was just me, the woods, and that whisper that maybe I finally belonged somewhere. I'd sit on the porch with a cold beer and watch the sunset go molten behind the ridge. Not a single email in sight. You know that feeling, right? Where you don't hear traffic or see anyone, just listen to the wind and feel yourself come back to life. That peace didn't last long. Third night, a black SUV pulled up too shiny for a dirt road. Out hops Mr. Patagonia himself, introduces as Peter Larkin, the neighbor from down the slope. Expensive Watch City handshake, that cologne nobody around here would ever wear. First thing out his mouth after the pleasantries, he wants to buy the cabin. $450,000, he says, like that number's supposed to hypnotize me. I tell him not a chance, and his smile drops about an inch. He's pitching some high-end eco-resort called Sky Ridge Estates. Says he'll keep my cabin as a centerpiece. Yeah, I forced a laugh. Told him that's not going to happen. His wife would just have to get over it. He left, but I could feel his eyes on the place even after his SUV vanished. That night I locked the door, first time since I'd arrived. Granddad always said the mountains can smell greed a mile off. Maybe he was right. A week later, coming back from town with supplies, I find a green Jeep blocking my drive. Guy in a black windbreaker, arms crossed, tells me I'm trespassing, says the property isn't mine. I spot the Sky Ridge security logo on his jacket, and my heart sinks. I take the back trail up thanks to Granddad's old deer paths, only to find cops at my cabin. Larkin's there too, putting on a show about how I'm squatting on land that's under transfer. The sheriff asks for proof. I pull out every document I've got, will deed survey. Then he shows me a county record on his tablet, my land transferred to Sky Ridge Holdings just 4 days ago. My signature digital and perfect. Only problem is, I never signed a thing. Turns out, in the digital age, all it takes is a forged e-signature and a developer with friends at the courthouse to rewrite history. The cop tells me it's a civil matter for the judge. He won't remove me, but won't stop them either. Larkin smirks. That night I barely sleep. I keep thinking, if they can fake a deed, what's next? The county records office is no help. Looks legit, says the clerk, but she lets me file an objection. Her boss, Rig, promises an internal review. By then, flags start showing up on my land survey ribbons, construction stakes, some laminated sign about Lot 8 Sky Ridge Villas. The next morning, an excavator's idling at the edge of my clearing, 2 guys in safety vests waving blueprints like they own the place. I take photos, call the sheriff again. They say as far as the county's concerned, Sky Ridge has a valid permit. Get a lawyer, Rig says on the phone, hanging up before I can curse him out. Then the sabotage starts. Power lines cut. Water valve padlocked. No warning, just silence and inconvenience. I hire an attorney, Dana Meeks, toughest woman this side of the divide. She files an emergency order to stop construction and challenge the deed. I bring in a drone team to document every flag, every scar. That's when I get a text from an old college buddy, Luke, now deep in the crypto world. Is this your land? He sends me a website, Skyridge Legacy, full of 3D renderings and hype-selling NFT ownership of luxury homes that don't exist on my land. My actual cabin is marked for removal in their pitch. They're selling my home as a digital token before they've even won in court. I send the whole thing to the news. KCTV runs a piece that night. Mountain Man battles blockchain baron. For about 12 hours, I feel hope until Dana calls. The judge set a hearing, but the injunction doesn't cover online sales. The scammers can keep selling vaporware lots on my property, cashing in on crypto hype. Then a wild card. A whistleblower, Andrew Hayes from Larkin's engineering team, calls me out of nowhere. Says permits or fake sales are illegal and he'll give me proof. We set a meeting, but he never shows. His car's in the diner lot, but he's vanished just like that. Cops shrug. Adults disappear all the time. Sure, maybe if they're not up against rich scammers. I get another call 2 days later. It's Andrew. He's hiding, but sends me a Dropbox folder, emails, recordings, everything. It's the smoking gun Larkin bribed, rigged faked permits, orchestrated everything. Dana calls it nuclear. The judge freezes the whole project. No more building, no more NFTs, no more nothing. News drops a bombshell report with Andrew's tapes. Public outrage erupts. Investors sue. Website goes dark. The subreddit melts down. Court day, the gallery's packed. Rig flips on Larkin, testifies to everything: bribes, forged records, illegal zoning moves. The judge has Larkin cuffed right there in court. I step outside and for the first time in months, breathe easy. Dana says it best to the cameras. The mountain belongs to those who honor it, not those who steal it. But the war's not over. Repairs are hell. Power lines, water ruts from machinery, all at my expense. County bureaucracy grinds on. I'm still in legal limbo for weeks. Can't insure the place or even install solar. So I work. I rebuild the trail, put up security lights, start a blog called Stolen Acres. That blog takes off. People from everywhere reach out, folks who lost farms, cabins, generational homes to the same scams. Turns out I'm not the only one fighting. Myra Dalton, an ex-forest ranger, forms a local watchdog group. Andrew testifies under protection. Dana digs up every last forged map and signature. By fall, the judge voids the fake transfer for good. My land, my name. The cabin's declared a historical site. I hang the ruling right next to Granddad's topo map. When the snow finally comes, my porch fills with friends, old landowners, Myra, even Andrew by Zoom. We don't say much, just drink cider, laugh, listen to the wind. That silence after all the noise feels like real victory. A few months later, Larkin's sentenced to 14 years. Rig gets probation. Myra and I, along with a small army of locals, meet every month to help others fight back. My blog grows. Lawyers, lawmakers, victims write, and some just for advice, others with their own war stories. One message stands out: a woman whose grandfather sold my family this land. He'd be proud, she writes, and furious at what they tried. I tell her doors always open for those who respect the land. In the end, I carve a new sign for the porch. In this home live 3 generations who never sold out. Neither will I. That's what I want people to remember. Not the battle, not the pain, but that sometimes one stubborn soul can hold back an avalanche at least long enough for the truth to catch up. So, what do you think is justice? Just a matter of paperwork? Or does it take a little fire in your gut to keep what's yours? Ever had to fight for your own home, your piece of the world? Drop your story below. Let's see how many of us are out here keeping watch for the next smooth-talking scam artist. And if you think land should belong to the people who actually love it, hit that subscribe, because out here the fight never really ends, and I could use the company.